Hey, what's up guys? It's Cypher from cypherpk.com, and today I am bringing you my Shugoki gear loadout. Now this is the gear I'm using in 4v4 elimination, skirmish, and dominion. Some people have been asking me to share what stats I prioritize and build for, and I don't have a lot of experience in dominion and 4v4, but I feel like the gear loadout that I chose is pretty effective and gets the job done. So let's just jump right into it. I want to show you guys what I prioritize on stats and also why I did these decisions. So we're going to start off with the helmet, and for the helmet we are going with revenge mode duration and exhaustion recovery. Now the helmet in this particular case is one of the armor sets that I want to experiment with a little bit more, because debuff resistance is actually extremely useful, because if you stack your debuff resistance, you can counter guard break after getting parried and a few other situations where you're stunned. So debuff resistance might actually be a little bit better than exhaustion recovery, but for the time being I'm running revenge mode duration. This is definitely going to be a revenge build, just like every other hero is building for. And exhaustion recovery is going to be your recovery after you're out of stamina. Now I will be honest with you, I do believe debuff resistance might be the better trait, which I'll do more experimentation, but it's going to cost me some steel to put it together. But I'll give you guys the results on that in a future video. But that's what I'm running for the helmet. Now for the chest, we're talking block damage and sprint speed. And this is actually very easy for the Shugoki to pick, because execution health regen is your health recovery on your last bar of health, how fast it comes back. Now the reason why I don't really want the last bar of health to recover very quickly is because while you're under 1 bar of health, you get the one shot from Demon's Embrace. If you manage to grab somebody with Demon's Embrace, you one shot them no matter how much health they have, and you heal up to almost full health every time. So the block damage and the sprint speed is a lot more important, and you actually do benefit from having a lower execution health regen with Shugoki in particular. So that's the chests. Now the arms, we're talking revive speed and stamina regen. Shugoki has a feat that increases revive speed, so this stacks with that feat and you're able to get really quick revives. I'm talking 1 to 2 seconds at most, and you revive your fallen ally, which is extremely important. Stamina regen is important because a lot of Shugoki's heavy attacks cost a lot, and maintaining your stamina to stay, afloat and to keep the offense going is very important. Block damage resistance, while being a good stat, I don't think it's worth investing in for Shugoki. Now for the head of the helmet, we're talking attack and stamina cost reduction. Attack is going to give you an insane amount of damage. Mix that with the revenge bonuses that we're going to have, and you'll be able to one-shot people who don't have defense built into their gear. Stamina cost reduction, because your heavy attacks and fully charged heavy attacks cost so much stamina. Reducing the cost is just going to alleviate some of that stamina problems, and also allow you to throw out more heavy attacks and stay on the offense a lot more. So that's what we're doing for the head. Now the handle, revenge mode defense and revenge gain by defense. This is obviously a revenge build, just like I said, every other build is building for revenge. Revenge is just too powerful not to build for it. Feat cooldown is actually not important for Shugoki, because a lot of the feats that I'm using are passives, so they don't even have cooldowns. They're just constantly active passives, so there's no point in building for that. Revenge mode defense and revenge gain by defense is going to be the way to go for this build. Now for the Pommel, we're talking revenge mode attack and revenge gain by injury. This was a very easy pick. Throw distance is cool, but I don't think it really brings Shugoki to the next level. Some other classes, maybe Lawbringer, might benefit more from throw distance, and Raider, but I don't think the Shugoki really needed to build into throw distance. Revenge gain by injury is really important because you have a big health pool, and we also have a passive that makes it to where the more damage we've taken, the less we take. So the lower your health, the less damage you take, and that kind of works well with this. And then revenge mode attack is going to be another attack bonus while you're in revenge mode, and this is why you're going to be able to one-shot people with your fully charged heavy if they don't build for defense while you are in revenge mode. So that is the gear setup. Again, the only thing I'm not sure about is the helmet, and I want to test out debuff resistance. I think it might be better than exhaustion recovery, but everything else is pretty easy to pick out. Nothing crazy. I hope Ubisoft adds more customizability when it comes to things like this. I feel like there wasn't really much of a choice as far as what I wanted to do with this character. Now, I do want to show you the feats I'm using. As you can see, 3 of the 4 are passives. Speed, revive, passive, rapidly revive fallen teammates. This is extremely important because it stacks with your revive speed on your armor, and you're able to get extremely fast revives. And also with the hyper armor, your opponent has to hit you twice to interrupt the revive, so you're able to get them off very quickly. Rock steady. You cannot be stumbled or unbalanced by parries or throws. This is very important to maintain your balance and not, get knocked down and hit for most of your health. Hard to kill, they just recently fixed this passive as well. Losing health increases your damage reduction, which makes you a lot more tankier. Now for this last one, staggering blows, I didn't like it too much, but you don't really have too many good options with this last one. You're talking regenerate, which allows you to recover health while you're out of combat, which is all right, but not extremely useful. Arrow Storm is probably going to be your best pick. I have yet to test it, but I didn't have too much success with staggering blows. Heavy attacks cause enemies to fall. It really doesn't. Your heavy attacks are very slow, and by the time you get to this stage, I never found good use for staggering blows. So you're better off going with regenerate and just getting the extra out of combat health regen, or Arrow Storm, and if you can place it properly and keep your opponents inside the area of the arrow attacks, you could do some damage with this. But a lot of the Shugoki passives are just they're passives. That's what they are. The feats are just passives, and that's how I built this Shugoki, and I've done pretty well so far in 4v4s. So if you guys have any questions or any recommendations or anything of that matter, please let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching the Shugoki gear loadout, and I plan to make more for future heroes that I play. And I'm also working on a new Shugoki guide for you guys. Like this video if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more For Honor content. My name is Cypher, and I'll see you guys next time.